Hello, everybody. I believe we are live, and I believe this is the way the conferences are done these times. I'm Maciej Sawicki, and together with me is Kate Dąbrowski. Hi, Kate.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Maciej.
How are you doing, Kate? It's quite a new thing to do a conference online.
I really like it. Look, I'm in these beautiful surroundings. I'm happy.
Yeah, the surrounding is quite important. We are actually in the same building on the different sides. I'm inside the Esports Performance Center. You're outside on the great balcony. So we are still in Warsaw as we used to be during the last conferences, but this time it is online.
Yes. Some things have changed. And maybe this is something you could tell us about. Maybe we can start with what is actually the idea behind this forum?
Okay, so we have started the forum in 2017 with a simple idea of creating a space where we could discuss the situation, the challenges, the threats, opportunities that are in Poland in terms of esports and the gaming. So we had a great show in 2017. Then we moved to the television studio of Polsat in 2019, and suddenly it occurred that we need to do it online. So this is the main change. We are online instead of doing an offline event. But also what's crucial is the fact that we are doing the event for the first time fully in English, what gives us enormous opportunities comparing to what we did before.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about why you made the decision to do it all in English?
Yeah, I believe there are two main reasons. First of all is the fact that we are online, so we are able to invite to take part in the conference speakers from all over the world. There are literally no borders. So we managed to invite some great speakers who speak English. So this was a natural way that we'll keep the whole conference in English. What open us not only for the speakers, but also for the audience. Also, the last two editions were more about esports in the region, in Poland, than in the entire Europe or the CEE. And we believe we have reached some kind of a limit. How many times can you discuss the things that take place in Poland with all the time the same speakers? So we thought like, hey, we got some really interesting insights from Poland, from CEE. It's worth to highlight them, and it's worth to discuss it on we saw Alexander. So
yes, we did.
yeah, he's bold as I am. No, he's gone now. Probably he will be back in like 15 minutes. All the things are quite new for us. I mean, we are learning how to do the online conference, and Miłosz is taking care of everything and everyone on the backstage, doing great job so far. But definitely our viewers need to be understandable in terms of those little things.
A little bit of patience.
Yeah, a little bit of patience.
We might have some technical difficulties. Maybe we won't.
Yeah, exactly. So one extra thing, I will add something to your question, but let me just tell something to our audience. Guys, we are super happy to have you on board. Please ask questions on the chat. We'll try to keep it as interactive as we can. So whenever there is an interesting question on the chat, we will prefer to ask the question instead of asking the questions we have prepared. I see that Said is with us doing some amazing technical stuff in esports, in big data. There is Philip from BIG who's joining us soon. So hi guys, very happy to have you here. So the last thing, Kate, I'd like to add. So I know that there are events and conferences that take the international approach. Our approach, I'd say, is still Europe and still CE. But we definitely want to be more open-minded in terms of the geographical focus.
Okay, got it. And I think what everybody also would like to know is what's the actual game plan for today? What are we going to do?
Okay, it's quite a short event this time, just 5 hours instead of 8. So we will start with panels, 12 guests, people from companies like ESL, Blast, Mediacom, MedLions, G2. accepted our invitations. So we got the strongest lineup ever. I'm very proud of it. I am very grateful to the speakers. They have accepted our invitation. And then we'll switch to the webinars. Some companies have prepared webinars about key topics in terms of esport gaming, including live streaming. So the entire day is divided. First, we do the panels, then we do the webinars.
Okay,
there's also
awesome.
a networking opportunity, so people may stay on the platform and use the fact that we already gather on the hop-in and try to get in touch with each other. That's something which I really miss in comparison with what we had before during the first two editions, that we can't see each other offline and simply interact.
Yeah, this is definitely something that has changed in the way that we not only do business, but I think in the way that we have been socializing for the last 3 months.
Yeah, definitely. And we basically miss each other so much. So that was the most important thing, that you could be a little bit bored with all the industry events because it was so obvious. You can meet other people doing esports and gaming in Europe whenever and wherever you want. And suddenly, no, not anymore. So I'm really waiting for another offline opportunity to meet all these old faces, all these guys.
Yeah. So I know that you like to work online, but I also know that you definitely like to do your networking and things like this offline. What is it for you? What is the difference to have this event be fully online?
Okay, I need to say that I'm a little bit sad today because I know all the amazing job done by the team, and I believe we have prepared something very interesting. And I was always very, very curious about the value we will bring with Esport Gaming Forum, but the real power behind the event was the networking thing. We had a couple of amazing initiatives starting literally during this event. So this time we are more focused on the speakers, on the panels, less on networking. So I need to say I'm a little bit sad, but this is why we have chosen Hopin instead of streaming this directly to YouTube or to Twitch, because we basically saw that for a couple of conferences, Hopin gave a lot of value in terms of networking, and we want to see whether it could work for us today.
Okay. That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
Can you tell me a little bit, because this is kind of the background for this entire conference. A lot has changed in the industry over the last 3-4 months. What do you think? What is your current view of esports in Poland and in the greater CEE region?
Okay. I'd say about Poland and the CEE region. Okay, we can consider what have changed due to the lockdown, and this is the main question we'll ask to our speakers. But no matter if the lockdown took place or not, I personally believe that CEE is one of the most interesting regions all over the world in terms of esports. So in traditional sports, those countries like Poland, Czech Republic, Slovakia, they tend to look with jealousy on the Western Europe, like saying, wow, that's amazing, all the football teams, basketball teams, etc. And in terms of esports, we got really couple of amazing initiatives. The last year was very successful for the industry, especially for the research and development area. I mean, it's quite easy to get the financing in Central Europe from the European Union if you do some kind of an initiative project. So that's something I'm focused on right now. Maybe in terms of the competitive gaming, of where the esport organizations are in terms of the esport level, it's not so good. But in terms of the research and development projects, we are doing very good. For example, the Instreamly, GG Predict, so the companies that will run their webinars are the companies that were supported by the money from the European Union. So there are enormous opportunities for the CE region to grow the esport business here around CE.
Would you say that this is an interesting and exciting market for investors to look at?
I hope so. I mean, this is difficult. I was personally rising a seed round last year. I closed it successfully just when the lockdown began. And I know that in CE, still the awareness of esports and gaming in the venture capitals is quite limited. So usually you first need to crash the wall, and often you need to explain the basics. I believe that the VCs from Western Union, Western Europe, from the United States, they are simply more aware what the esport and gaming is and how much possibilities lay within this field. So in terms of fundraising, we need to do pretty much for the CE region.
Okay. What do you think investors are looking for?
Probably that's the question you will ask Paul and Mario during the last panel. So I believe they are looking for the scalable, the scaling companies that can bring a lot of profit in a short time. And that's somehow a problem of esport companies, because, for example, if you run an esport organizations, although we saw an amazing runs done by esport organization last year, still it's not a business that has a business model that allows you to grow your revenue by 500% in 2 years or in a year. And that's something that the VCs are expecting. So this is something that needs to be explained to those investors, that of course the esport and gaming is the field of great opportunities, but it may be a little bit different than, for example, investing into new technologies per se.
And do you think that the lockdown in general has been positive on the industry? Neutral?
Okay, that's another great question. So look, when we started to work on the conference, I was pretty sure that the answer is yes. I was very enthusiastic about how the esports is going to use this opportunity. And after, 3-4 months, I believe that it's not that obvious. I saw some entities, some esport organizations who did great job, but at the same, I saw a lot of companies losing their revenue streams, mainly because some advertisers decided to pause, to hold their expenses. So there is no a quick and easy answers. We got some companies that used the time and the opportunity, and some who struggled a lot. So I wonder, I'm really curious what our speakers are going to tell us today.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear their answers.
Kate, we are about to start. It's just 2 minutes till the first panel. So let me thank to all our partners who work non-profit for this conference. In 2017, we decided this will be a non-profit initiative. So we will have the easiness in gathering all the players from the industry to cooperate within the field of esport and gaming conference. So I'm really thankful for Mediacom, the company who co-organized the event with Devil's One, and to all our partners, including Fantasy Expo, who's with us since the very beginning of the conference, the Polsat Games, IAB Europe, and also Weekly GG, who covered our event, Brief Esports, and Instreamly. Thank you guys a lot. It was really a hard work during the last weeks to make it happen. So it's gonna happen in 1 minute. I'm very happy.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Kate. See you soon. So guys, we are starting our show in just 1 minute. I'm going offline for a short time, and I'm coming back together with my guest. Please remember to ask the question on the chat. We are really going to ask those questions from chat.